Kader, most of your work speak about repair, even in this show. Can you speak about that? Why is it important?
I mean, for me, the repair is extremely important because for years I've been, like many of us, observing the world and questioning by readings why we're here, where we want to go, why art. And I think the answer, which is also a question I got, is why repair? Why, when you break a branch of a tree, it gets fixed automatically? Why, when you have a scar on your arm, you get cut, hack, it's fixed? Why we have this agency of self-fixing? Many surgeons I've been working with, like in this film I did, Reflecting Memory, there was Maurice Mimoun, you will edit, who told me something fantastic. He says, you cut yourself, 3 weeks, it's fixed. We take for granted that it's normal, but it's not normal.
It's a gift.
It's a gift. The brain sends hundreds of thousands of cells to protect the area of microbes, and then thousands of other cells to reconstruct the skin at that. I mean, it's fascinating. And I think this movement of repair is something that can teach us a lot of wise way to respect, to listen the other, to really like open yourself to your environment, to the natural environment, but also to the psychological environment, to the social environment.
And also Western countries have forgotten to show the repair.
Yeah, I mean, Western countries have been following an agenda that we called modernity since, let's say, 300-400 years, but it has accelerated at the beginning of 20th century. That's why I'm also very interested by World War I, because it's a war where a lot of soldiers were injured heavily on their face, and from all countries involved in World War I. And this has been like the momentum of a new form of surgery, called maxillofacial surgery, the repair of the face. And for me, it raises a lot of stakes. Beauty, what is beauty? Wrinkles, what is having wrinkles? What does it mean to be dark skin, Asian, or brown skin, or white skin in terms of surgery? I got this from a surgeon from Senegal, Marie Aurore Sankale, who told me that skin are not the same when you have to really fix them. People have to understand this.
And that happened at the same time as Cubism.
Exactly. Someone told me once, an artist friend, I can even tell you now, it was Buren, maybe he forgot, but I love what he said. He saw the work I showed at Documenta, which is the slideshow with broken faces and broken objects, etc. And he said, when these trains were coming back from the front in 1918 in Paris, I would not be surprised that the cubist artist, painter, have seen injured faces soldiers. I would not be surprised by this. I found this super interesting, because I think what interests me, as you know, is I've never been locked into art for art. I've always been someone, and I'm also teaching this to my students today, caring about stepping aside from your environment, your practice, your medium, you always trying to be as much as possible enjoying and discovering new things, and I think it's important sometimes to observe, when you work on when you believe actually in art, to not be locked into a kind of
Castle.
bigotry.
But and could you speak about the installation of rain sticks? Is it related to repair too?
at some point, rain stick is related to repair. I've reached today, let's say a level of let's say a distance with the topic of repair on which I'm working for the last, let's say, almost 20 years now. A point that I think everything is repair. There's no way to not find conceptually a form of repair in any creation.
And in this one?
And this creation for me is rather a way to build a conversation between culture and nature, in the sense that the rain stick are activated by rotary motors, and these rotary motors are activated by a program that I have coded with a friend, following a choreography that I completely wrote by hand. And the rain stick are crafted natural cactus stick.
In Bolivia.
Like in Bolivia. Or what is important to understand is that for me, it is a form of repair, because I've built a bridge between nature and culture.
Okay.
Between very crafted things, from nature, and high tech. It's not even an AI, but it could have been an AI. That I was thinking about coding an AI to drive this choreography, and then finally I thought, no. Why? I think you have to have a purpose if you use the AI in an artwork. So I decided to code really like any classic composer, a choreography that lasts 7.5 minutes, and then you have all these movements, that indeed reproduce sometimes a heavy rain of the tropical,
by the noise.
By the noise, and sometimes you have very, very gentle whispering of like drips of water, after the rain, when you hear so it's very meditative also. And for me this work is inviting also the reflection to again to open ourselves on, I think, the most insignificant important stake that humanity has to face now, which is taking care of our environment. I think this is also the reason I'm like very much into, considering that is a repair, because what I'm trying to do with this work is to warn also the audience on how important and how much art can bring us together to slow down the entropy process of humanity. I was reading recently.
So that's a link to repair too.
For me, that's a link to repair.
Repair the relation between nature and culture.
Yeah, repair conceptually, something is broken, something is injury, and then it gets fixed. This movement is anti-anthropic, as far as I'm concerned. Is anti-chaos, is anti-disappearance, is accepted that it has this particularity, as far as I'm concerned, that fascinates me, is that you cannot separate repair and injury. They are bound and forever. You cannot think something repaired without having in mind the injury somewhere. The repair is inherent to the wound. And I think that's why art can help us, because art also show how much beauty, for instance, is ambivalent. If you look at the installation of drip of very red liquid on the floor, which could be blood, you have also this kind of reflection on the wall that is glittering, and that makes this installation nice for the eyes. But when you look at it, you have also this weird feeling. And I really think that the beauty is very close to the repair, because we do appreciate beauty because we know about the contrary. If everything would be beautiful, there would not be beauty,
Yes.
Okay.
Merci, monsieur.